What's up, guys? This is Ray Ramos here, aka Happy Harry Hardon. Gonna do a little bit of an unboxing here. I've been waiting on this for a while. Got this in the mail a few weeks ago, and I promised you an unboxing, so here it is. It's the Drizzt and Guinevere Dungeons and Dragons set from the Forgotten Realms. Drizzt Do'Urden is a very well-known character in the Dungeons and Dragons Realms of Forgotten Realms. These novels have been published since like the late 80s, and Drizzt is pretty much the most famous hero that has come out of Dungeons and Dragons. Drizzt is a drow elf, which are supposedly they're evil. Well, except for Drizzt, right? Because he breaks the norm, I guess you could say. And of course, he has Guinevere, which is the panther, a wondrous figurine. If you guys know your D&D, you know what that is. But let's cut to the chase and see what this bad boy looks like. Open this bad boy up right here and right here. Get that one too. And there's one back here as well. Let's see if this slides out. Nope. I think it opens up if I'm not mistaken. So let's cut this thing right here. We'll just keep cutting until we get it open and stuff. A lot of people have been getting into D&D as of late. It is awesome. I've been playing D&D for years and years, it seems, and this is the first time that it's an official D&D character that I grew up with. It's very, very cool that we have this character. So that's what he looks like. Of course, this is the box art. Got a little bit of box art on the back as well. Been dying to open this bad boy up. Took a little bit of damage, I guess, in the shipping, but that's Drizzt right there, and that's Guinevere. Let's get this guy open and see what he looks like. Been very, very excited for this figure for a very long time. Drizzt has two magical scimitars, Icing Death and Twinkle. Twinkle is a defending scimitar. Icing Death is a firebrand, which means that it can destroy, I guess, ice monsters, because it, kind of bursts into flame. I don't know what it does. I'm sorry. Retract that. Icing Death can destroy. It has like a frost on it or something like that. So this is Drizzt right here, and wow, we get a D20. So you're gonna know what a D20 is. That right there is a D20. Let's see what we get. Roll initiative. Well, not roll initiative. Roll attack. 17. That's a hit right there. If you know what I'm talking about, that's a hit. So let's place that over to the side. Let's take a look at Guinevere first. He is a panther, you can tell, and then he has a detachable tail as well. Let's pop that sucker in real quick. Very, very cool. Very articulated. Reminds me a little bit of Panther from Masters of the Universe. Very, very cool. And he's quite articulated, as you can tell. He's got the motion right there on his arms. He can spread out a little bit. His head goes up and down. His jaws open, as you can see. Twists in the middle. Of course, his tail is articulated. He got his legs. His back paws, you can pose him in pretty much any pose. Guinevere is Drizzt's companion, so it's cool that they included him, because Drizzt and Guinevere are like a team, man, like always together. The one reliable teammate that he always has, and magical as well. So there's Guinevere. Now let's take a look at Drizzt himself. As you can tell, Drizzt comes with an alternate head. That's really, really cool. And he's got that one face where he's grinning like he's having a good time. The one thing about Drizzt is that he loves to kill orcs. Well, he used to. I don't know about now, but he's a good character. And orcs are evil characters. And in the Dungeons and Dragons game, orcs are looked down upon. So kind of like Drizzt, drow elves are the most evil characters on the face of Faerun. Faerun being the setting for the Forgotten Realms. So Drizzt himself is an oddball when it comes to that. There we go. And He's looking really, really cool. He's got his scabbards on his sides. Very cool. He's got a lot of magic on him. He has bracers on his feet that make him move faster. He's got enchanted mithril chainmail, and his cloak is also magical. He is a drow ranger. Rangers are the ones that are attuned with nature, and in D&D they're one of the few characters that can wield 2 weapons at once without penalty. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. So this is Drizzt right here. Let's get his weapons together. So this right here, I believe, is Icing Death. It has the hilt, looks like a dragon. So that's cool. So Icing Death will go in his right hand. Let's pop that sucker in right there. Getting a little bit of trouble there, but that's quite alright. Okay, so we're back. Had to do a little bit of finagling with the swords, but I got them in. So these are the swords right there. Drizzt's weapons of choice, of course. So this is Drizzt Do'Urden right there with his swords, Icing Death and Twinkle. Very, very cool sculpt. And of course, it's very much in the Marvel Legends type of sculpt. He's got a lot of motions, a lot of articulation in the arms. He's got that bi-angle joint right there, and then his head, his waist turns as well. His head turns. He's got his cloak. His waist turns. I think he has the ab crunch and the legs. Also, very, very cool, very articulated character. I've been waiting for this character for a long time to come out as, a 6-inch character or a Marvel Legends size character, and this is quite awesome, I think. He has some extra hands, of course, as you can see. Let's stand him up a little bit here. He might be a little bit top heavy because of that cloak. But let's see here. There we go. He's got his necklace of Maliki, Maliki being the patron saint of Rangers as well. He's got the other hand. Also, he has an alternate head. The alternate head is Drizzt at rest, I guess you could say. His elf ears protruding also. Very cool. And there's that figuring of wondrous magic, which is pretty much Guinevere as well. And he's got these extra, I guess, like action type swishes or whatever you want to call it, energy. When he's whirling his blades around, they sit right there, like that. You can tell. Very, very cool. When he's swinging, like that. Awesome, awesome. Drizzt Do'Urden. Let's pop these off. Like his blade, just like that. So this will be sitting in a very treasured piece, or a very treasured part of my collection, as you can tell. I'm really digging this character. If you guys haven't been able to pick it up yet, please go ahead and do so. Get this character, get it done, get it in your collection. You won't be disappointed. I wonder if they're going to make the rest of the companions of the hall, which would be really cool. There's a dwarf, there's a barbarian named Wolfgar. The dwarf's name is Bruenor, and then there's Catti, which is a female, I guess, fighter. Also, she dabbles in magic, and there's a halfling named Regis. What I would really like to see is Drizzt's evil nemesis, which is not so evil anymore because they've kind of redeemed him. But his evil nemesis is this one character called Artemis Introri. Introri is pretty much the negative, the polar opposite of Drizzt, and also a master swordsman. So that would be awesome to see. They've always had a rivalry, and that would be a cool character. He also has magical swords, as you can imagine. He has Karen's Claw, which is a whole other story. If you guys haven't been able, or you guys have never read any of the Drizzt novels, then I highly recommend them. Drizzt Do'Urden was created by R.A. Salvatore. a very, very famous fantasy writer for TSR, for Wizards of the Coast. So if you guys get a chance, get out there, read the books, find out who Drizzt is. This is a cool, cool character that I am going to enjoy having displayed among the rest of my characters as well as the rest of my figures that I have. So please, 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 get this figure, man, before he runs out. You know, you can forget all the other figures. This one's the one to get if you're really, really into fantasy, Lord of the Rings type stuff, Game of Thrones. Let's just say this much: if you put all the badasses from Lord of the Rings and all the badasses from Game of Thrones together, they probably could not defeat Drizzt. That's how good he is. Drizzt Do'Urden, the drow elf from Menzoberranzan, the baddest swordsman in the land. So thanks for checking out this quick video. Guinevere said, "Rank roll." Wow, that was really bad, wasn't it? But if you guys get a chance, check me out on my usual stream, of course. You know, 6x6 Comics night streaming, usually on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights. And we'll talk toys again very, very soon. So we'll see ya. Talk hard, stay hard.